Hey, Abora boy. Hey, this is Olua Fakolade of Idin Kaifa Temple. We welcome you at Cairo, at Cabo. Thank you for joining us today. Um, we have a special sermon set up for you today. So I want to begin with morning prayer. So if we can find a space where you're near your Ifa shrine, any shrine that you may have. If you don't have a shrine, then please just put your head to the floor and pay homage to Almighty God. So let us begin. Mojuba loro, mojuba leda, mojuba loro mare, mojuba bobo rumle, mojuba bobo male, mojuba boy gun timbili soloro mare, mojuba Miss Mother Dear Lucy Dainsbury, mojuba Doris Hall, mojuba Basement, senior mojuba Ferdinand, mojuba Clifford Watkins, mojuba Dahlia. Mojuba Zion, Mojuba Naga, Mojuba Clifford Holmes, Mojuba Clifford Watkins, Mojuba Janita, Mojuba Katie Bradley, Mojuba Oscar Bradley, Mojuba James Roberts, Mojuba Benino Chino, One Vilno, No Block, Dennis, Agusin Jr., Mojuba to all of our elders, Mojuba to my parents, Catherine, Omo, still Robert Omo, Catherine, Mojuba to my Baba Ifa, Sholagbare Popola, Mojuba Olunla Irawo Ifa, Mojuba Erimi, Oluwo Jose Rodriguez, Mojuba Felipe Garcia Villamil, Mojuba to all of our elders. As your Ogbe, he hears people's pleas and set the pleas. He hears people's pleas and approves of the pleas. He talks people and ensure that the talks are completely absorbed. He hears people's pleas and set the pleas and they refi. He hears people's pleas and approves pleas is the name of Yeshua Don. He talks people and ensure that the talk is completely absorbed is the name of Roshanga. Roshanga, the person knows some days. Person knows when cannot fail to impress when. Strike frogs when some rainfall. Both frogs when some downpour. It is whatever that creator poem to you tells earth what that accepts. Whatever the big rat tells us, what that accepts. All what I tell you, Father, please accept them and approve them. Oh, Torete, to show gratitude upon gratitude is all of our gratitude. To display benevolence upon benevolence is the hour of our benevolence. Whoever does not show gratitude for yesterday's benevolence, such a person, and I've seen to exclude. Please decorate C5 to the 401 in Roomland. I'm going to Mayo Play, Daughter of Shubuji. He's also decorated C5 to a Roomland. I'm going to Mayo Play, Daughter of Shubuji. I'm grateful I see my gratuity. I'm grateful yesterday's favor. I see today's gratuity. Oh, Torete, we are very grateful. I share. Awa dupe, awa bure, awa dupe, awa bure. Adúpẹ́ àná wa ó bore tòní Olódùmarè. Àwa dúpẹ́, àwa bore. Àwa dúpẹ́ àwa bore. Adúpẹ́ àná wa ó bore tòní Oyíyàní. Àwa dúpẹ́, àwa bore. Àwa dúpẹ́ àwa bore. Adúpẹ́ àná ó bore tòní Irúnmọlẹ̀. Àwa dúpẹ́ àwa bore. Àwa dúpẹ́ àwa bore. Adúpẹ́ àná ó bore tòní Lẹ́gùn lóríṣà. We call on the Irumule. We call on the Orisha. We ask for your support. We give thanks and we ask that you would forgive us. Anything that we might have done wrong, any of the transgressions we might have done. We call on the Holy Odu, Eros 122. Pounding down without soup being very difficult to consume. Disease, decoration, fatu, tutu, the child of Agbanarego. He was full of bad characters, bad attitude, that prevented him from mentioning Hibazome. Now comes to this on behalf of Tutu, comes to beg on behalf of Tutu. Father, please be patient, overlook this provocation. Those who beg on behalf of Tutu. How many children does he father that he will cast one out? Those who beg on behalf of Tutu. Please forgive us, Father. We also ask that you will push away death, push away sickness, push away cases, controversy, ward off fights, ward off losses, ward off witchcraft, ward off negative forces from us at this time. And bring to us long life, wealth, good spouse, good children, longevity, prosperity, victory over adversity, peace of mind, joy, healing, and all good things of life. We call on the Odu. Ogbelara. Arumla said it's time to sleep. I echo it's time to sleep when the day dawned. I met Arumla in the 16th room where he covered his head with a flowing gown full of lice. He was wearing a dress full of bloodstains. He was snowing heavily. They told him that delegate from his disciple arrived. Arumla inquired about what the delegate had brought. They told him they brought 2 rats swift and running, 2 fish graced from swimming, 2 birds swift in flight, and 2 goats with big livers. Arumla said, that's not enough. Wake him up. I admit my ignorance, you educate me. Motuna Karaba, I hide myself in your bosom and survive. Motuna Karaba, the dog can masquerade to be Sagbadron repeatedly. The dog can masquerade to be Sagbadron repeatedly to perform rituals because of children. You are the leaders, we are the followers. These are the ones who show the followers wisdom. Arumla told them to get alligator pepper, to get cola, to get bitter coconut, to get alcohol. The capo got the alligator pepper. He got the cola nut. He got the bitter coconut, and he got the alcohol. That is right. It's now he is fully awake. Arumla, when you are fully awake, please look at me with eyes of compassion. It is with eyes of compassion that the heavenly stars use to look at the stars below. Arumla, when you are fully awake, please look at me with your eyes which help one to secure great wealth. There's such good eyes that the heavenly stars use to look at the stars below. Arumla, when you are fully awake, please look at me with your eyes which help one to secure a good spouse. There's such good eyes my spouse should use and look at me with. Arumla, when you're fully awake, please look at me with your eyes which help one to bear many children. There's such good eyes a child should use in looking at a well-decorated plate. Before long, not too far, join us in the midst of all area of life. Father, we call on you. We ask that you will continue to move away all the negative forces from us. Support us, guide us, direct us, and protect us. Keep us safe. Move my ego out of the way so that we can hear a word of Ifa, so that we can hear good Ifa. Emma kamemeni amo, Emma kamemeni ano, Emma kamemeni atelokun. Etamole, etori Ifa alonimi, ebora timpanini, eni banami. Ati Ifa lelejo. Ifa, please continue to support us. Support us. Support our families. Guide us. Bring to us long life, wealth, good spouse, good children, longevity, prosperity, victory over adversity, peace of mind, joy, healing, success. Ifa, help us to see the healing of our elders. Help us to see the healing of our children. Help us to see the healing of our family members, our wives, our husbands, our loved ones. Help us to see wealth. Help us to see 7-figure income. Help money to come to us at this time. Help us to be able to pay all of our bills. Help us not to be afraid. Help us to walk with boldness. Help us to walk with confidence. Ashe. Oshe Trao. Oshe Trao. Tiny of the feet of Tubu. The stripe of a chameleon is not big enough to use its headgear. Had it been enough to use its headgear, I would have taken it home and adorned my hair with it. These decorations Fatu. 400 these Ifa's decorations to Arula when going on a spiritual mission to Jebelan. We call locals and send money. Come South make rich. Call Arula with respect in the Jebelan. Oshe Rula is a good award. Oshe Tra. I kick it in Bagisa. Extract sharp against the tree. Cassie fought for Roma. When he received Ipan and share from all of the mind. If an award says you should be wealthy, you should be wealthy. I kick it in Bagisa. And the mouth ones that Ipan and share. And the mouth of an award. If no church have victory, you should have victory. I kick it in Bagisa. And the mouth ones that Ipan and share. And the mouth of an award. If no church have joy, you should have joy. I kick it in Bagisa. And the mouth ones that Ipan and share. And the mouth of an award. If no church have all the good things of life, you should have all good things of life. I kick it in Bagisa. And the mouth ones that Ipan and share. And the mouth of an award. Maybe so, surely shall it be. Àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi o, àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi. Gbogbo tí mo bá màmá wí o, ìrúnmọlẹ̀ ó bà, Ifá ó bà o, àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi. Tí mo dúró, tí mo súre, bí mo pẹ̀rẹ̀, tí mo súre. Timo kule, Timo sure, Timo joko, Timo sure, ire Timo su oritibo. Now we can put our hands on our ori. Oriani larure yani o, Oriani larure yani. Mojulo mi ufawa mori, Oriani larure yani. Obore chazu. Ifa oba Ọlọ́run àti bàchájú. Ifa oba Ọlọ́run ó ṣe àrùlà Ifá ti bọ́. Olodumare and the divinities. Olodumare and all the Irumole, we ask that you would continue to ward off all death from us, ward off sickness from us, ward off hatred and losses and challenges from us. Support us and bring forth to us long life. Give us wealth, give us good spouse, give us good children, give us peace of mind, give us healing. Guide us, Ifa. Direct us, Ifa. Protect us, Ifa. Help us to live, find, follow, and fulfill our destinies. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe. Thank you all for joining us today. Today is going to be a very interesting sermon. I just want to say Aboru Aboye, and I want to say thank you for joining us. I want to ask you to do a couple of things before we even jump into this sermon today. First, I want you to like and share it with your friends. Let folks know what we're doing here. Also, let us know where you're tapping in from, where you're coming from, and send us a shout, and we'll be able to shout you back at the end. Want to shout out to everybody on Facebook, Instagram Live, and YouTube. That's where we're transpiring and hitting you at. I also want to say, today I want you all to gather your pens and pads, because in my opinion, today we're going to be giving up what I consider to be free game. And what is free game? Free game is information that is going to enrich your life. I want us to use the hashtag below today. When you like and share this, you can add whatever you want, but I want you to use this hashtag Babalao Bars, because today I plan on giving up some bars, some jewels, some good information in terms of our destiny and how we're going to be able to find, follow, and fulfill it. So when you post with whatever hashtag you have. And I also want you to include this hashtag as well. So I want to get into it. Destiny, the promise, the potential, and the process. Destiny is a very important and essential thing for us as Ifa practitioners, Ifa followers. And it's an essential thing for all humanity. We choose our destiny. The life that we are living right now is something that we chose. So we made it manifest before we even came here. And then we are consistently in a process of making destiny manifest while we're here, making our dreams manifest while we are here. We are co-creators in this process of making ourselves who we are. We made it manifest also before we came here. The promise is what we agreed to before we came into the world. That is our Akunleyan, Akunleba, and Ayamo. Akunleyan and Akunleba. These are aspects of destiny. One is that which we chose while kneeling. And then the other is that which we received while kneeling. So one we chose when we were in Orun and we were saying, these are the things we want to do. These are the things we want to be great at. And then that is Akunleyan. Akunleba is the things that the Irumole decided to, okay, when you wanted to be great, I'm going to support you with these gifts. I'm going to support you with those things. The other is Ayamo. Ayamo is the aspects of our destiny that are not changeable, or we cannot augment, we cannot adjust. That's our gender, that is our race, that is who our parents are, that's where we were born. Those are the things that we cannot biologically change. Our destiny is chosen during the first 3 months of gestation. We are merely blood and spirit at this moment of time. That's why that first trimester is so very essential, because that is the time when we are essentially kneeling. That is the moment when we are choosing our destiny. I want to go into an Ifa verse that will support what I'm saying here. That Ifa is Iwuri Bogbe Oloko. Ifa says, a successful person on earth is the lazy one in heaven. These were Ifa's messages to Orunmila when he was leading 7 Irumole into the world. He was advised to offer Ebo. He complied. So, in terms of this story and how it relates to all of our destiny, Orunmila was coming into the world. And as Orunmila was coming into the world, he was going to bring 7 other Irumule with him. He was going to bring Ogun. He was going to bring Ochosi. He was going to bring Ija. He was going to bring Obatala. He was going to bring Shango, Obaluaye, and Eshu Odara. All of them together were going to go from Orun into Aye. And as they were coming, they had to choose their destiny. All of them needed to choose their destiny. And they moved into a realm called Iwori Bogbe Oloko. And that basically means Iwori Bogbe, the hoe dealer, like the shovel dealer. So Iwori Bogbe then gave all of the Irumole a hoe. And they were all asked to dig the ground. He didn't tell them how much to dig. He didn't tell them how little to dig. He literally gave them a hoe and moved away and watched them passively. All 8 of them were there for 3 months' time. But before Orunmila went for Ifa consultation. And as Orunmila went for Ifa consultation, he was advised not to dig deeply. So digging a deep hole in heaven, he was advised that digging that deep hole in heaven would have a negative effect on him here on earth. So Orunmila took the hoe and he just hit it on the ground and turned over a little bit of soil. The other divinities, they dug and they dug and they dug and they dug and they kept digging. And then Ogun, it was almost as if Ogun thought it was a contest to show how strong he was. So he dug the deepest hole of all, and he demonstrated that he was the most strong, the most virile Irumole of them all. All 7 of them began to laugh at Orunmila, because Orunmila, all he did was hit the soil and turn the dirt over a little bit. They laughed at Orunmila for being lazy. Then, after 3 months' time, Iwori Bogbe comes back, and he made no comment about how deep anyone dug or how shallow anyone dug. He told all of them to go and grab the tree, Igi Igbabe, which is the tree of forgetfulness. Basically, as they would come into the world, as we come into the world, we do not necessarily know our destiny. So we go in to the world not knowing our destiny or what we chose before we came. And that is what Ifa assists us with, is helping us to figure out what our destiny is or what choice we made before we came. Because we all have passed through the river of dye and blood, and we kissed this tree of forgetfulness. So when all these Irumole got into the world, they went into their respective professions and their respective businesses. And Orunmila himself, what he did is he was raising chickens. He had 3 hens, 1 rooster, and all the hens were able to have chicks. And at a certain point, one of the chicks died. And spiritually, that chick, when that chick died, its remains filled the ditch that Orunmila had dug in Orun. Because it was so shallow, it just took a baby chick to cover up that hole. After everything he had done, Orunmila then began to prosper and he became great and he never witnessed any loss on earth because his ditch in heaven was full. But for the other 7 Irumole, it was very difficult. Ogun, for example, Ogun, he would hunt an animal and he shoot the animal and that animal would run off into the bush. And it would take days for Ogun, to find this animal. And by the time Ogun found the animal, that animal was infested with maggots and the meat had decayed. Then spiritually, that animal, the remains, was tossed into the hole that Ogun had dug in heaven. And conversely, all of the other Irumole, they too were filling up this hole of loss, what is called Kotofo, which is the ditch of loss and setback. That is what they were in essence filling up as they were offering ebos, offering sacrifices, as they were doing their various things. And it was taking a long time for their lives to be actualized. Why? Because they were filling up a hole that they had dug for themselves in heaven. So many of us oftentimes are filling up the hole that we dug in heaven. But even deeper for human beings, the manifestation of destiny is even a potentiality, is still a potential, even when we are in the womb. Even when we are in the womb, it is potentially not happening. We might not even manifest our destiny. We might not even make it out of the womb alive. In the Odu Ogundameji, Ifa says, tightly does one pack yam tubers in the barn, and solidly does one stamp one's legs in a fight. It was Ogun who, after eating to his fill and drinking to his satisfaction, he hit the remnants against a tree. This was the Ifa cast for Aro Abidijan Papa, who was the gateman of heaven. He was advised to offer a bow. They also cast Ifa for Orunmila when coming into the world during the dawn of time. He complied. Now let the era of wealth come. The heavenly century had slept off. So for many human beings coming into the world, it's even a challenge because we still have yet another obstacle. Even if we made bad choices before we came, the choices that we have and the era or the akunlebo, the akuleyan and the akunlegba that we made before we came, oftentimes this Irumole by the name of Aro Abidi Jan Papa, that Irumole will come and take that ire, that blessing, those blessings from us and sit on top of it. Sometimes even to the point where people won't make it. Their first breath will be their last breath. All because these challenges, even before you are born. So in terms of this, destiny is a very powerful and a very delicate thing. We have to do what we need to do. We have to do what we need to do in terms of our parents offering ebo before we come. And that ebo, sometimes it doesn't even have to be offering a literal Ifa Ebo, sometimes the sacrifice is eating the correct foods. Sometimes the sacrifice is being in the right environment, following the advice of the doctors or family members. Sometimes that is the advice that will assist in helping to keep us alive to make it into the world. Following their destiny, our parents following their destiny is also assisting us in manifesting ours. That is the delicate process, the delicate, potential and the promise. So the promise is what was given to us. The potential is the idea that it can happen. But now let's get to the process. Our destinies take a process to be manifested. In the Ifa, Erosun Atire, Ifa says, Lali, the bountiful fruits. Ifa's message to Gigi when asked to offer Ebo of nighttime, and offer the Ebo the afternoon time, and also offer Ebo of the morning time. All Ifa devotees, let those advised to offer Ebo comply accordingly. Your destiny has a timestamp. What do I mean? When we think of this timestamp on our destinies, it takes an apple tree 2 to 5 years from seed to fruit. It takes plum trees 3 to 6 years from seed to fruit. Pears, it takes 4 to 6 years from seed to fruit. Sometimes being down in the muck and the mire is good because it's fertilizer. Sometimes hitting rock bottom is the opportunity for you to strike roots. It takes a cola nut tree at least 25 years before it can bear cola nuts. It has to go down, far down into the ground so that its tap roots can reach a sustainable water source. And as tall as the tree is the same depth. The tree goes as deep in the ground as it is tall. So if it's 30 feet tall, those roots go 30 feet into the ground. Sometimes rock bottom ain't low enough. And it's good because we got to get down past rock bottom to reach that which is sustainable. Sometimes our destiny has not manifested because we have not been built down enough before we are built up. I want to give you some examples. Think about Samuel Jackson, the actor. He didn't get his breakthrough role in Pulp Fiction until he turned 46 years old and was coming out of drug rehab for drug addiction. When we think about him, I want to think about the cake maker, the cake company, Duncan Hines. Duncan Hines was an actual person. That's the guy's name. He doesn't license the rights to use his name and become a nationwide millionaire and a nationwide cake company until the age of 72. He becomes richer and a household name at age 72. When we think about the renovator and the new founder of McDonald's franchise, Ray Kroc. In the 60s, Ray Kroc doesn't buy his first McDonald's franchise and transform it into the empire that it is now until he turns 50. Vera Wang doesn't become the great designer that she is until after the age of 40. All I'm saying is that the process of our destinies may have a timestamp. Sometimes the greatness of your destiny will not manifest until the evening of your life. Offering the Ebo of the morning, offering the Ebo of the afternoon, offering the Ebo of the evening. Sometimes you got to wait on your destiny and wait until It is your time to shine. It is not always so cut and dry. Sometimes you gotta wait. I want to tell you this, Ifa, as well, because we need to get to a place where we develop an attitude of spiritual maturity. And Ifa, I think that we get to a place where it's like, oh, this is great, this is wonderful, I'm doing all these great things, but we need to figure out, how do we manifest this ability of Ifa maturity? You can't just stay on offering abo and sacrifice all the time. Sometimes you have to transform your mind. In this Ifa of Ogbel Ba talks about choosing your destiny, but also what about the need to re-choose once you get here? Ifa says in Ogbel Bara, we knelt down and we chose our destinies. On getting to earth, we are too much in a hurry to fulfill our destiny. Destiny cannot be completely re-chosen unless we reincarnate. These were Ifa's messages to Edi, the one who shall paddle humans from heaven. He was advised to offer Abo. He complied. Ifa says that we cannot re-choose our destinies, but we can alter it. If we come into the world and we did not make the best choices before coming, it is through Abo, it is through a Konabo, it is through a Pese, it is through Etutu, it is through a Koshe that we can alter and transform it. Everybody say, I can't change my destiny, but I can alter it. I can maximize it. I can supersize what little I was given, or maximize the lot that I chose. Akunleyan and Akunlegba, those aspects of the destiny can be altered. They can be transformed a bit. So, what are the ways that we can alter our destiny for the positive? I've mentioned a few. I've mentioned Ebo, Etutu, Akunabo, Akoshe. These are aspects of feeding the Orisha, the Arumule. Character is also a good aspect of transforming your destiny. But how can we maximize the mechanisms of transforming our destinies? I would say optimism. And I want to go back to spiritual maturity. We need to learn to be optimistic. We need to have a positive outlook. We need to walk with boldness as we do this work, because a lot of times it is just so mechanical. And as I said at the beginning, we are co-creators of our destiny. In the Odu Edingbe, Ifa says the insignificance of an awo is for today. Tomorrow, that awo shall grow up and be great. The banana tree stays by the river and enjoys comfort and regal. The awo of Allah Menmi Mola, these were Ifa's declarations for my suffering ends today. The child of Agbeneregun, when coming from heaven to earth, he was advised to offer Abo. He complied. Today my suffering ends. Tomorrow I shall turn it to comfort. When the dundun drum is struck with the stick, 200 jingles will dance and shake in response. Today my suffering ends. Tomorrow it shall turn to comfort. So when we look at the characteristics of this Ifa verse, the name of the Babalawo, and even the name of the client are affirmations. The name of the Babalawo is the insignificance of the information, the wisdom of this. The insignificance of an owl is only for today. Tomorrow the owl shall grow up and become great. That is the wisdom that the Babalawo is speaking, but also there's details there. When we think of that, the insignificance of a person is only for today. Tomorrow, that person will become great if they do what they need to do. But also, it goes further to say this was the Castifa for the person by the name of my suffering ends today. And when we look at these names, and when we look at this wisdom at the beginning of the verse, the commentary of the Babalawo, these are affirmations. When we look at Ifa verse, much of Ifa verse, the wisdom, the beauty, the character of the verse is affirming your blessing. It's giving you wisdom, it's giving you insight, but it's an affirmation. Many times we offer Ebo and we don't include the faith in the equation. Many times we offer Ebo and we don't include hope in the equation. And when we think about this, that's what I was mentioning in terms of spiritual maturity. You got to get mature. And sometimes the blessing is not just in the Ebo, it's in your mindset. It's in your outlook in terms of after I've done this, I know Ifa has it. Or even before you walk into the divination, I know I'm getting solutions. I am getting solutions to my problems right now. When you walk in, when you offer the Ebo, when you hear the message, I'm ready to apply this. You ought to inject hope and optimism and mature. That is that spiritual maturity that will assist you in really manifesting your destiny. What is hope and faith? Hope and faith is the knowledge that tomorrow will be much better than today. That's it. Having an outlook of that tomorrow's going to be better. It's going to be better. I know it. So we must, in that respect, affirm our destinies. We must affirm our blessings into existence. Whether we are endowed with a substantial destiny or a minimal one, we must work to affirm it. Which leads me to another point. A thought is a thing. Everybody, a thought is a thing. What is a thought? We have over 60,000 thoughts in one day. And when you think about that, what is the human being made up of? We're just made up of cells. About 36 trillion cells make up the human body. We have brain cells, we got liver cells, we got kidney cells, bone cells, cells in our feet, cells in our lungs. We are the sum total of cells. We are also the sum total of what those cells determine for us to be. How we look, what we do, they determine whether we're sick or well. Our thoughts have a direct effect on our cells, have a direct effect on our DNA. Each thought encourages and produces a hormone that brings about the manifestation of that thought on a physical level. Dopamine brings pleasure. Dopamine receptors are being activated and triggered when we have pleasurable experiences. Endorphins, they take away the pain, they lower the stress, they improve the mood. When we exercise, get a massage, the body produces endorphins that take away the pain and help us to have ease. Cortisol, that's a tricky one. Cortisol is the stress hormone. Cortisol also functions and slows the body functions that are quote unquote non-essential. It is responsible for the fight or flight response. When we think about cortisol, prolonged cortisol in the bloodstream is a contributing factor to heart disease, anxiety, depression, and obesity. And oxytocin, they call oxytocin the love hormone. It's anti-stress. And it has an effect of reducing the blood pressure and also reducing cortisol levels. So when we think about this, we are the sum total of our thoughts on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. If we continue to think and harp on the negative, I'm broke. I don't have the relationship that I want. I don't have the children that I want. I got to pay these bills. My house is in foreclosure. I have all these problems. Woe is me. What you think is happening? We are affirming that. We're affirming and raising cortisol levels, and we are also calling Ajogun into our life by affirming and thinking and harping on the negative. But when we affirm joy, I love my wife, I love my relationship, I love my family, I have the money that I need, I have the ability to pay my bills, I am great right now, I am healed right now. When we think about those things and think about relaxing on the beach and fishing on the dock and think about the mate that we do desire and the money that we will have and the children that we will have and the money that is coming and the healing that is coming, our body secretes hormones that literally bring that good destiny into manifestation. So we want to change the way we think. We want to change the way we move because all of those things have a direct relationship with the destiny that we will have. So as I close, I want to give us some affirmations because as we think of Ifa, we oftentimes only think about the mechanical aspects. And I want to take us to another level of spiritual maturity as we wake up in the morning and we do our morning prayers, as we offer our elbows, as we do our regular ritualistic aspects. We also need to begin to program ourselves. So I want to begin with the verse of Edigbe and that affirmation. Let's say right now, my suffering ends today. Everybody say, my suffering ends today. That's the first affirmation. The second one, I have all that I need right now. I got all I need right now. The third one, I am made in the image of the Irumule. I am made in the image of God. I am made in the image of divinity. So that makes me divine. My destiny is manifesting right now. My destiny is manifesting right now. And as you say these affirmations, I want you to think it, visualize it, manifest it, and program your body, program your mind to secrete the hormones and the thoughts to make those things happen. And as they happen, we will be able to find, follow, and fulfill that destiny. Thank you all so much. Thank you for tapping in with us. All right. So we got a lot of comments here. Thank you all for joining us once again. I want to make a couple of announcements before I go into the comments. So one, if you are interested in the Omo Awo program, we have an Omo Awo program where we teach Ifa processes, how to be an Awo. If you're interested, please tap in. You need to be initiated. And also, if you would like to be initiated, please contact us. We will be conducting initiatory Ifa rites periodically throughout the year. If you are interested and you're serious, we have a process that we do to also prepare and also vet people for the initiation. Also, every Tuesday and Thursday are days that I'm specifically doing Ifa work, divinations, ebos, kunebos. So if any of you are interested in helping, contributing and learning, contact us. There's a particular time frame that I do these things, but as I said, every Tuesday, Thursday are adequate days to come to the shrine if you want to greet Ifa, if you want to be around Ifa, and as part of this temple, that is a good time to do it. Also, this May 18th and 19th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be having our herbal remedies class. So a good friend of mine, Yanifa Zaire Saab, is going to be teaching it, and so we're going to be doing that at that time. So if you're interested, I will be posting the flyers this week, and I'll also be uploading the information on the website. You can register for the class on the website. Also, if any of you are interested in giving donations, if you like the things that we're doing, you can make donations at any of the places below. I've given to, you can go to the website, and also please like and share this with your friends. We also offer membership, and the Itadagun is actually coming up very soon. So if you are interested in participating in a group offering and divination, you can do so, because that will be coming up soon. Last but not least, also May 18th to May 25th, we are going to be having our Ifa Festival, or the World Ifa Orisha Festival in Ado Ekiti. And that is happening this year. The name, or the theme of the festival, is Our Culture, Our Life. So if any of you are interested, please let me know so I can help coordinate. I'm not going to be making it this year, but we will be making it next year. But I'm still doing coordinating and collecting funds for folks who wanna make it out there and enjoy themselves. It's definitely worth it. Last year, it was incredible, absolutely incredible. You'll see some things associated with Ifa and Orisha tradition that you will not be able to see anywhere else in the world. So, Aboraboye, how you doing, Ia? Okay. Ashe. Aboro Aboye, thank you, Ifadeke. Abo Shisha Boto, Net Ifayemi. Ia Nico, Aboraboye, thank you so much. All right, thank you, Taylor Crumpkin. Abo Shisha Boto. Baba Ifa Kolade. All right, tapping in from St. Louis. Okay, Taylor, you tapping in from Vegas. Thank you so much. Chloe Dior from LA. Thank you. Abo Shisha Boto. All right. Right, exactly. No, every sermon is a cipher. If you didn't know, if you don't know me, every sermon is a cipher. So yes. Uh-oh. Tap it in from 619-323. All right. Abo Shisha Boto. Good to see you. Uh-huh. We got Babalao bars. If you heard some bars, tap in with Babalao bars. All right. Abo Shisha Boto. Thank you. Thank you. Alafia. Thank you, Ashe. So I'm just opening up all of our comments. Good to see you, Allison. Thank you. Abo Shisha Boto. Uh-huh. Oh. Preach. Ashe. Ashe. Facts. You do peak sometimes in the later years. Abo Shisha Boto Fayinka. All right. All right. Ashe. Yes, we all need to be reminded of that. Catherine, yes. Ashe. All right, so I'm just slide through. Thank you, Mahogany Williams. Good to see you on here. Good to see you. Taylor once again. Uh-oh. Anyway, we going back and forth in these. You just mentioning Glorilla, Ashe. Our music gives us so much inspiration. You know, our culture does as well. All right. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you, Allison. Yep. Bars. Bars. Aojola Ifa Deke. Uh-huh. And we've got to say my suffering ends today, uh, Kevana, right? We have to say that. We have to affirm these things. And as we affirm those things, we're manifesting the positive aspects of our destiny, right? Thank you so much. Ashe, Dr. Rashid, good to see you. All right, good to see you. Faleke, thank you. Ashe, I hope so. I hope so. Very sound, very sound. Abo Shisha Boto, Danielle, good to see you. All right, thank you all for your comments and tapping in. All right, Ade, Amaker, good to see you. Tapping in from St. Louis. Okay. All right, Maisha, good to see you. All right, Tampa, Sister Tria, good to see you. All right, Mark Anthony, good to see you, Barbara. All right, thank you all once again. Thank you so much for joining us today. Also, I think I'll make another announcement because we've got, I've been making Shamo Charm, and there have been people who've been interested in that. I posted a video of it the other day, and I'll probably post another video. So we're making particular Ifa talismans. So I've been making them for a while. If anyone is interested in that, please just DM me and we'll let you know how to get it, what the cost is, because I literally make it from scratch. All right. So with that, thank you. I want to end today's message with more prayer. More prayer. So Olodumare, we thank you for life, health, strength, food, clothing, shelter. We thank you for assisting us in actualizing our life, our destinies. Please continue to move the obstacles out of our way and support us with healing, joy, success. Give us renewed vision. Give us the ability to think positively and affirm great things into our life, because that is the essence of being a co-creator of your own greatness. So you've given us the promise, we accept our potential, and now we're working through the process. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Aboru, boye, gbogbo awo.